Each time an aircraft is made, it is the result of assembling a multitude of parts representing a very large volume of orders. And what's true for the Airbus assembly line is true for the whole aerospace industry, where not only aircraft but also helicopters and satellites are built. Let's turn for now to the supply of parts for their manufacturing. Parts are coming from multiple suppliers from all over the world. Most of them are quite complex and need to fulfill highest quality standards. Each time delay can cause enormous costs. It is essential that all suppliers involved in the manufacture of an aircraft have a real-time visibility of the progress of demand to adapt to fluctuations and changes of customer requirements. In brief, it is essential for customers and suppliers to have a common tool that will enable them to better collaborate and to gain visibility over demand. This tool, AirSupply, is a perfectly adapted solution for the whole European aerospace industry. It is part of the hub proposed by Boost Aerospace, a joint venture by Airbus, Dassault, EADS, Safran and Thales, aiming at harmonizing and standardizing core processors, tools and data formats. If AirSupply is firstly characterized by the networking of the whole aerospace and defense supply chain, its main innovation lies in the fact that it will provide all users with one single tool. In other terms, the same view on demand. Perfectly suited to the needs of the aerospace and defense industry, the AirSupply platform is designed as an efficient and high-performance collaboration tool to easily integrate all the suppliers. To build and run this platform, Boost Aerospace selected SupplyOn, a provider of web-based computing services for cross-company collaboration. SupplyOn has a vast experience and deep knowledge of how to run a platform that deals with highly sensitive data and crucial business processes. Easy to use, AirSupply supports the collaborative supply chain management processes between customers and suppliers in a very intuitive way. And even if it is a common platform, AirSupply can be configured by each user regarding his individual needs. Comprehensive alerts and filter functions allow an efficient, exception-based management of the user's day-to-day work. AirSupply enables future demand planning, interactive fine-tuning of delivery quantities and delivery dates, as well as order status tracking, thus allowing all users to have transparency and visibility regarding the short, medium and long-term planning for the entire supply chain. And this is how it works in concrete terms. Delivery dates and quantities are coordinated with suppliers at weekly intervals for forecasts and daily for orders. The first step is calculating future demands via the customer ERP system. This usually takes place at the weekend. At the beginning of the week, the customer checks the generated demand planning and the demands are then published to suppliers via AirSupply. Short-term requirements are transformed into orders which are published real-time. The supplier now checks whether he can provide what is needed by the customer. If the answer is yes, he sends a commitment. If the answer is no, he can use AirSupply to propose alternative quantities and delivery dates. The customer then checks the supplier's proposal and agrees. The collaboration process has now been successfully completed. As soon as the demand reaches the short-term horizon, the demand is converted into an order and communicated to the supplier in real time. The supplier can accept or propose a different date or quantity that the customer will accept or reject in turn. Another process that is handled via AirSupply is the so-called vendor-managed inventory, where the supplier can plan deliveries based on stock levels as well as future demands of its customer to ensure that stock levels remain within agreed minimum and maximum limits. With AirSupply, it is not only the relation between manufacturers and their suppliers that is optimized, but also the communication with the suppliers down the supply chain. The joint usage of one single industry hub with standardized processes throughout the whole supply chain will increase transparency of crucial supply chain management processes. This enhanced visibility helps to identify bottleneck situations early, reduces risks and stabilizes the supply chain. Here is what Liebherr, a major supplier to the aerospace industry, says about AirSupply.
1 year ago, we launched an internal project to implement a new supplier portal. We looked at different options, one of them being AirSupply, supported by Boost Aerospace. In parallel, as a supplier to Airbus, Dassault and Eurocopter, we were also in the process to implement AirSupply at Liebherr. We made a detailed analysis of the tool and it became obvious to us that AirSupply would be our choice. Our expectations were to find a solution that would standardize the collaboration processes with the suppliers, deliver a high level of quality, availability and security, have a high acceptance within the supply chain, be ready to use with an efficient support and quick project implementation. We believe that AirSupply will meet our expectations and as a result strengthen the global performance of the supply chain. The entire aerospace community will benefit from it. So be ready if you are a supplier of Liebherr to use AirSupply.
And this is what Airbus says about AirSupply.
The strategic decision to go with SupplyOn and to introduce AirSupply was certainly the right one for Airbus. First of all, we have a very sufficient solution. We linked into a standard from another industry, from automotive industry, and that proved to be very efficient for us. Secondly, it will allow us to be much more transparent in terms of supply chain performance and operations. Last not least, it also has the potential to become more than an Airbus solution. It will become an industry-wide solution, so we are very excited by the whole development.